We leave you now with a little bit different story about how humans are creating change, and that is the way we interact with our animal friends, and specifically cats and dogs. Here's that story.
Imagine this.
Feeding gallery.
Then multiply it by about 20.
It's sort of a cavernous room in there, so the sound starts to bounce off the walls and off the ceiling, and we notice that, you know, one dog barking starts this cacophony of barking, so it was always a problem.
Then add this.
And what I found was, you know, once we started playing the music and all those other things came in place, that it just really kind of settled everybody down.
That's good news for Maylee McLaughlin, aka the Pooch Professor, and head of the Behavior and Training Program at the Atlanta Humane Society.
I handle all of the behavior, all the temperament testing, all of the training. We teach classes, I teach private lessons.
Years ago, the so-called Pooch Professor became a fan of Atlanta composer and pianist George Skaroulis.
It's very peaceful. It's mostly solo piano. Most of the music is original and very melodic. I would say new classical or ambient would be a good description.
His music is a favorite in spas and other places where humans go to connect mind, body, and spirit. About 3 years ago, a friend's story of unconditional love taught by his dog was included in a collection of similar tales of the human-animal bond, the book, The Divinity of Dogs, by author Jennifer Skiff.
She heard the music and she heard about the Humane Society's use of the music, and so for the past 3 years we've been kind of collaborating, and now it's finally come together. The book is released and the music is pairing really nicely with it, so that's how it all happened.
As potential pet parents peruse the kennels, the music plays quietly at the Atlanta Humane Society. It actually plays 24/7. And the soothing strains of Skaroulis' scores appear to calm more than just the dogs and cats.
I feel like people are calmer and people are nicer. And again, we've done some renovations and some changes have happened, so you know, all of those things I think tie in together with that. But I absolutely believe that it makes a difference in the way that people interact with the animals and the way the animals are when there are not people here, or when there are people walking around in the kennels, which before would kind of get everybody really ramped up, and now it kind of stays at a manageable level.
Andrea Peacock is Senior Director of Operations at the Humane Society.
It's very nice, especially in the morning when the animals are first starting to wake up. You can hear the music, and that definitely helps. Just having kind of a nice ambiance too, I think it helps with the customers as well. It might help with them when they walk through the kennels, and versus help to calm down on the barking and things like that. Many
of the pieces they're basically a collection of music that I have released in the past, but it was a compilation of the right songs that kind of paired up with some of the stories.
Maylee McLaughlin isn't surprised to hear about the human-animal connection, even through music.
People come in here every day looking for pets, and a lot of times when we ask them, you know, why did you choose that particular animal, they'll say, well, it just spoke to me, and there was just something about that animal. And I'm a big fan of that whole, sometimes they just have to speak to you for you to choose them. And so it's not always in fact, it's very rarely a rational decision that people make about it. And it's almost always on an emotional level.
Tunes to soothe the savage beast, perhaps lurking in us all.
Our theme for this month has been caring for each other, caring for humans, caring for the environment, and caring for animals, as we also explored what it means to create change for those gathering here in Atlanta at the National Gay Lesbian Task Force Creating Change Conference. I'd like to thank you for joining us for the February 2013 edition of AIB Metro. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next month.